Hey, this is Prometheus giving you another full scheme breakdown. This is out of the Redskins playbook. It's out of the pistol formation, weak twins flex. Weak twins flex. And what I like to do is actually go ahead and make some changes with the audibles. All right, so the standard audibles come as the slants-wise stick, the halfback dive, the skins flood. I'm going to go ahead and change out the top three. I'm going to leave the play action boot is one of my standard audibles. The slants-wise stick, I'm going to switch that into smash corners. I like to be able to hit the corners and having a hitch route on the outside of the wide receivers. I could leave the halfback dive, but really what I think the best running play out of this formation is the halfback counter. I like the blocking with that. And then the skins flood, if you audible into it, the fullback pulls down and gets level with the QB. So I necessarily don't like that. I prefer to actually go with a play where I can go ahead and attack to the left side, and I like this post wheel play. So let's go ahead and break down the running game. Basically, I'm going to have my set audible is going to be this halfback counter play. And what I like about this halfback counter is that it provides you lanes off in between the tackle and the guard that's going to give you some major yards. So I really like the halfback counter as being my base audible, because it allows me to go ahead and flip the play and attack either side of the line of scrimmage, either the right side or the left side. Now, other plays that you can mix into the scheme. The scheme would be the halfback draw, halfback dive, and then I don't think I really would include anything else, maybe except for maybe the halfback toss, just to keep my opponent off kilter a little bit. But I'm going to focus primarily with the halfback counter. Let me go ahead and break this play to you down right now. So the halfback counter is really nice. I can actually go ahead and take this fullback and move him a little bit. You're still going to go ahead and hit the same spot. As you can see, I've got a nice little lane. I'm able to pick up easy yards, easy 10 yards right there with that run. I can flip the run to the other side. I can leave my fullback where he's at, or I can put him in motion. And as you can see, once again, the blocking is right there. Pick up the corner, pick up a 9 yards. So easy yards off to the right and the left, forcing my opponent to actually go ahead and defend against different areas of the field, causing a lot of problems. So look at the blocking right there. Had some good pursuit. Let's take a look at the next play. Now, if my opponent is starting to pick up my, you start seeing me audible leaning to runs, you can always just go with the standard dive right down the middle. And the blocking is really good with this particular dive. It's going to give you some fairly good holes right there. And I'll take 4 yards every time, because it's going to force your opponent to make adjustments against your offensive line. You can flip the play and the fullback will come over. Nice little block shed right there by the defender. But this is just a nice little play to use to force your opponent to defend on the inside. Look at that run right there. Able to pick up a good 15 yards with Morse. Now, if your opponent starts cheating to the inside, starts taking his defensive line and starts cheating, your next offensive play that you can come out of would be the toss play. And as you can see right here, it really gets out to the corner, allowing you to be able to get out to the outside with that. And if your opponent gives you an opportunity to go ahead and take it to the outside, you can go ahead and hit it outside the other way too. But let's take a look at the last run play. All right, so if your opponent starts running a lot of zone coverage, what you can do is you can go ahead and go into a draw. And what's going to happen is you're going to be able to get that blocking up at the next level, be able to pick up some fairly easy yards. So this is kind of the scheme of the running game, basically how I harass my opponents. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first. All right, so the first passing play on my audibles is going to be the smash Y corners. What I like about this particular play is that I can actually hit deep corner routes against man coverage and certain zone coverages with the tight end and my receiver in the slot. What I like to do is make the following adjustments. I'm going to go ahead and take my running back. I'm going to keep him a block, give me some time. And then if I've got off coverage, I'm going to take Jackson. I'm going to put him on a drag route. If I'm going to watch the corner that's over Jackson. If the corner over Jackson is basically, if he follows him and it's man coverage, I know I can actually hit Jackson on off coverage like that. Also leaving a void in the zone off the left-hand side. I can actually hit the backside route with the slot receiver, which is Garcon here. So you know, this route is fairly good. Plus, I can attack the right side with the read if it's man coverage. If I see the corner follow Jackson, so my first read is going to be Jackson, and I'm going to go ahead and look to Jackson, either dumping it down, or I'm going to go ahead and hit the fullback coming on the up route. So nobody comes with them. Smart read is to take the underneath route. Look at that, I was able to pick up a good 10 yards and harassing my opponent again. Once again, we've got zone coverage. Defender follows this time, and we'll go ahead and hit the corner on the other side. Now, in this type of situation, this is either some kind of a cover 2 shell. This looks like it's going to be a cover 6 because I've got the corner off and I got the other corner on. So I'm going to go ahead and take Jackson. I'm going to leave him in his route, in his drag route. He might get rubbed a little bit, but he's going to get a free release. Probably be able to hit the fullback. Oh, actually, it was a blitz. Be able to hit the fullback because that was a corner blitz, leaving the zone. If my opponent starts running a lot of cover 3 against me and I notice it, I can go ahead and have my running back still go on his little his out route, leaving the corner out there exposed with the tight end. All right, so the next play we're going to look at is going to be the post wheel, and basically this particular formation is going to allow me to go ahead and attack my opponent into different areas. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my tight end. I'm going to put him on a slant route, and basically my reads are going to be the following. I'm going to look at Garcon immediately, and if no defender actually comes out in this area, I'm going to go ahead and rifle the ball as quickly as possible, because by the time he turns up and catches the ball, it's going to be at 7 or 8 yards, so it's going to be easy for first down. Now, if a defender falls down into his zone, I'm going to go ahead and look at Jackson and see if he's in an open area. If Jackson's not open, then I should be able to make a read to read. And then finally, I've got Morris actually coming up on the backside. Reads are going to be from left to right, so it's going to be fairly easy. And as you can see right there, the sensible thing with the tight end. Once again, look at Garcon. Garcon's wide open, able to pick up easy 9 yards at that, but I have to get rid of the ball immediately and make a quick decision. And able to hit the corner right there because of that floating yellow. And if I get the opportunity, I can always hit the running back out of the flat, but it's not a high percentage play, so I don't really go to it a lot. All right, so the last play we're going to break down is going to be play action boot, and basically what I'm going to do is use this play to attack the right side of the field. I'm going to do one adjustment, is take my outside receiver, which is Jackson. I'm going to put him on an in route, a 5-yard in route, because it's going to give me enough depth where I can hit him across the field. Reads are going to be the following. We'll look at the tight end, which is going to be Reed, and watch a little whip route. If he gets wide open, there's nobody out in that area, I'm going to go ahead and check it down to him. Followed by Garcon. I'm going to hit him at the next level, and then followed by Jackson. So let's go ahead and run the play and see what follows up open for me right away. What opens up for me is a deep play, able to pick up a good 20 yards right there. Looked like it was man coverage on that. So in this type of situation, we'll look for the whip route, able to go ahead and check that down. I'll pick up 10 yards easily if I have the opportunity to do so. And then once again, people in the area, but I've got that crossing route by Jackson, able to pick up a good 5 or 6 yards on that or more if I turned it up. So this is a breakdown of a scheme that I put together. One thing I do want to just to let you know about, this has got a unique route concept where streaks actually will go right in between the tackles. So you can actually go ahead and attack your opponent with fast streaks with the fullback. One other tip I want to share with you is basically a tip with the fullback. I showed this with you on another scheme, I think Miami scheme, but as you can see, if you go ahead and streak up your fullback, he actually goes in between the line of scrimmage and gets up the field a lot quicker than some of those streak routes out of the backfield. So that's a nice little play that's really going to cause your opponent a lot of problems. and you could fake him out, think he's shown that you're thinking you're running, but actually you've got the fullback that's coming up as another person who's got to defend against. So I really appreciate your support. I hope you picked up from these tips. I've had an opportunity to actually start playing my subscribers unknowingly, just in random matchups. So it's somewhat fun to be in that type of situation. To all my subscribers, I really appreciate your support, and until next time.